Vwoods is putting all their cards on the table. They have released two Wacom Stylus or Styli, one of which has palm and plastic tips called the W2. One is also the W2, however this one is the ceramic version and the tip never needs to be replaced. Let's get into it. You gotta understand something. We've been around stylus pens, active capacitive, Wacom, electromagnetic resonance for about 12 years now, since about 2013 when they became prominent and they became kind of hand in hand with ebook readers and e-notes. We go to trade shows, to the Wacom booth and the Creative Ideas booth, and we review pens, and we've made our own pen, we've made our own erasers. I gotta say, this has to be one of the best, from a tactile perspective, one of the best feeling pens I think I've ever held. We don't know the weight in the hand just yet when it comes to writing, and we don't know the sound, we don't know the feedback, we don't know the responsiveness just yet, but my goodness, they did something. They said they did some sort of spray paint, kind of like a flock, that gives it a tremendous amount of grip. That is a very grippy pen, and it's anti-scratch, and it's sticky without leaving any fingerprints or feeling oily or anything. It's textured so beautifully, like it's spray powder coated, and it's just so interesting. You feel the peaks and valleys as you run your fingers along it. This is such a nice feel. Now, we will note that this is a ceramic option as well, and as we said earlier, you never have to change the tip, but it's not advisable to use this on just anything. There are some plastic units in the game, like the Pocketbook InkPad X Pro and the Fujitsu Quaderno. You would be able to use this pen prospectively on those. We will test in a little bit. But just to show you guys how far they've come with this pen, which is a Vwoods pen, it looks really nice and it does have a good amount of grip, but man, it pales in comparison to their new line. They really did just go above and beyond, especially on the packaging. This layout of palm tips and the conical tips, the plastic tips, it's so forward in their presentation that you see that a lot of people say, well, it's just packaging. Well, you know, they're saying something, they're sending you a message. Now we got to get testing. So we'll start with the standard pen. This is the one without the ceramic tip. Now, they said they have a tighter tip sheath, so it is less prone to wobble. Let's see how true that is. It doesn't seem to wobble all that much. I would probably give them that. They also said that this has the ultimate speed and low latency. I'm not sure because they don't actually list what the latency is. It's about mid to mid-high. It is very, very fast, and I must say, it is a very nice feel on this. Is it the stickiest tip in the game? No, there is a little bit of leeway with the overall torque, but you can feel the pen vibrate through the body of the actual pen construction as well. It said it is feather light as well, and we're going to weigh it right now to test exactly that. We have the palm/felt variant, 16 grams, and we have the Vwoods ceramic, 16 grams. We're now going to switch over to the palm tip. Oh wow, that's different. That's very different. You get a little bit more of a harder tip. Without it feeling like low quality plastic, I feel a little bit of grit in here, as if this tip is going to wear down, as is the design, because the whole thing about replaceability is that you restock your writing experience. Now, they said it is very pinpoint to get a more artistic freedom and a more exact line. I can't really attest to that. It does seem to trigger at the same point, because if I drag it across and I don't push down, it doesn't seem to function, but if I do start to push down, the line starts to form. So I would say it feels more accurate in the design that it is a conical tip. And you know, we haven't seen conical tips in quite some time, since the Nova Air with Onyx, and they actually got rid of that. So it's quite nice to have a more spongy feel on the felt tip, or use a more hard plastic on the palm. Now for the ceramic. I am a huge fan of not using ceramic pens. It has nothing to do with the R&D or the quality or the pitch or the advertisement of any kind. I just don't like them because they're extremely hard tipped. They're ceramic. They don't have any flex, especially with this anti-wobble sheath they have. There's even less kind of contact, and you can't use them on all devices, especially my personal favorite, the quaderno. But this is a glass screen, so let's see what we can see. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I take back literally everything I said. No, I'm just joking. But that is nice. Oh, that feels really nice. You know what it feels like? Man, it feels like you're rubbing a nice piece of marble. You know what I mean? Like a nice, really smooth stone on a granite tabletop. Not that anyone has probably ever done those things specifically, but that's kind of what I imagine. This is much different, and you can feel it is a much harder hit. It's a different feel in the hand, too. You feel a little bit less reverberation. There's not as much feedback as there is on the other pen styles that have just a bit more spread, a little bit more character. The bonus of this is that's the trade-off, because this tip will never go away. This is the ceramic tip, and it is 100% basically lifetime. You won't ever have to replace it. I'm not even sure you can pull it out, because a lot of the times the module for the receiver part is here, and it's all one chunk. Like the Supernote line did that as well. It's all one piece, so you wouldn't really be able to do that. And the eraser works the exact same. No, it is not a ceramic eraser. You know, the erasers on the Vwoods are pretty good, honestly. I know it doesn't get enough attention. It's not hard, you know what I mean? It has a little bit of stickiness to it, so it's almost like it's trying to simulate rubber. It's not as good as the Stadler that actually uses rubber, which is crazy, but this is still really, really nice. It's a very accurate response to, and honestly, it cleaned it pretty well. And on a device standpoint, if you're wondering if you ever want to get rid of the refresh kind of artifact, and you just click the refresh right there and it all goes away. But yeah, really nice ceramic pen, honestly, although it is a little bit shooting yourself in the foot because it's only good on this unit and I guess the Supernote. Other than that, it's a great pen. The Vwoods pen lineup is honestly hitting all the boxes, and they've covered all the bases. They actually have. They give you a ceramic option if you don't want to replace the tips, ever. And if you want more of a disposable feel, they give you the replaceable tip option with 2 different styles. The pen tips have less wobble, they feel great in the hand, they look fantastic, and it's powder coated with a speckled paint job. The eraser works beautifully and it works on other units. Pretty much a home run in the world of e-reader / e-note stylus pens. If you want to grab these, details are down below, and we'll see you on the next one.